Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I usually show tutorials on how to knit certain stitches or patterns, and now and then I just throw in something completely different. But today I am going to show you how to make this pattern, and this tutorial is going to be a first of a new series of mine, namely showing you how to knit certain stitches or patterns that honestly I don't know the name of. I have come across, this is some sort of lace texture, obviously, and I have come across this several times on Pinterest, on my For You page, and I really like it, but I always got shown charts. That's how I know how to knit it. But the charts are always in Russian, so I don't actually know what the name of this is. So if anyone, I'm just going to zoom in, bring it in close. If anyone knows what the name is of this pattern, I would love to know. And if you could just drop it down in the comments, that would be wonderful. And then I will change the name of this tutorial. To knit this, you need a repeat of 4 stitches, and you have to have a couple of side stitches. If you do 1 on each side or 2 on either side, that doesn't matter. I did 2, so I'm just going to do that again. So in total I will have multiples of 4. This is the right side and this is the wrong side. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, so cast on a repeat of 4 stitches plus however many side stitches or edge stitches you want, and this is a repeat of 4 rows. So let's get started. I am just quickly going to do my 2 edge stitches. I'm just going to do them in garter stitch. One more thing before I go, and this is probably going to be a repeat for those who've watched several of my tutorials. How I wrap my yarn around my needle is apparently not how the majority of knitters do. The eventual effect of my knitting, no difference. But it does have a difference because the stitches are then positioned in mirror. They are mirrored on my needle, so that when I do a slip knit, I don't actually have to slip anything. My stitches are already in the correct position, but I have to knit 2 together, then I do actually have to slip and kind of reposition things. So if how I am doing my slip knit and knit 2 together are different than yours, then don't worry about that. That's a me thing, that's not a you thing. Just do them how you normally do your slip knit or knit 2 together. Having said that, let's get started. So first I'm going to do my 2 edge stitches. I'm just going to do them in garter stitch. And then we are currently on the right side. I'm going to do the repeat of knit 2 together. I'm going to yarn over, although the pattern that the chart I'm shown usually says wrap twice. I find I get on with just the one, and it gives a cleaner effect. If it's all too tight for you, then maybe wrap your yarn twice for the yarn over, so do 2 yarn overs, but I'm just going to do 1. So knit 2 together, yarn over, and then slip knit. And you just repeat that to the very end. So you knit 2 together, yarn over, slip knit. Last one, knit 2 together, yarn over, slip knit. And I'm just going to do my last 2 edge stitches. Row 2, I already did my edge stitches, we're on the wrong side. In this, the repeat is basically whenever you see a decrease from your previous row, so these are the chunky stitches here, you purl those. When you get to a yarn over, you're going to do 2 things in that 1 yarn over. You're first going to purl them, and then before you slip them off your left needle, you're going to knit them. So then the 1 yarn over will become 2 stitches, which will make this. bring your yarn in front, purl one, bring your right needle into the yarn over, wrap your yarn, bring your right needle out. Do not slip it over your left needle yet. We are now going to bring our yarn from between our stitches forward to the back of the work. Now with your right needle, you're going to go back into the yarn over, wrap your yarn as if to knit, bring it out, and now we slip it. This we purl. So that's the repeat. I'll show you again. The repeat is purl one, purl, then knit into the one yarn over. So purl, keep this on your left needle, bring your yarn in between the needles backwards, knit. Now you bring it off your left needle, bring your yarn in front of the work again, purl one. That is a repeat. One more time. Purl one, purl, and then knit into the yarn over, purl one, and then do whatever you want with your edge stitches. So we're now on row 3 on the right side. I've already done my edge stitches. The very first stitch that you have to do in row 3 is the reason why you have edge stitches, because it is a yarn over. If you don't have anything here, it is incredibly difficult and fiddly to make a yarn over on your right needle if you have nothing to contain it, so that's why. The repeat is going to do one yarn over, and then we are going to slip, slip, knit, and then knit 2 together. So you see here this purl stitch, it's going to disappear because you're going to slip, slip, knit. So you're going to decrease, and with that decrease you're going to bring this stitch in front of it. So you're not going to see that purl stitch anymore. So I'll yarn over, ignore the dog hair, this is unavoidable in my life. Yarn over, slip, slip, knit, then knit 2 together. Repeat, yarn over, slip, slip, knit, and knit 2 together. Give it a little bit of a pull so that these 2 decreases really meet each other nicely to really create that little round shape here. Yarn over, last repeat, yarn over, slip, slip, knit, and knit 2 together. And we now do one more yarn over. So if you start your row with a yarn over, you have to end your row with a yarn over. If you did not start your row with a yarn over, you do not end it with a yarn over. Keep that in mind. Row 4, we're on the back of the work, on the wrong side. Do whatever you want with your knit stitches. Now, it is similar to the other wrong side row in the sense that decreases you purl and yarn overs in the middle, you do the purl and knit both in one yarn over. But the yarn overs at the end and the beginning, you only purl. So that one yarn over here and here remains 1 stitch. All the other yarn overs in the middle of the work become 2 stitches because you knit, purl and knit them. So keep that in mind, otherwise you're going to accidentally start increasing your stitches and straight away in your next row it's just not going to pan out, it's not going to be correct. So beginning yarn over, we just purl it, and then we just do purl 2, this yarn over, we purl and then we knit it, and only now do we throw it off the cliff, and repeat that. So you do purl 2, purl 1, purl 2, purl and then knit the yarn over, and then purl 2. But now this yarn over, as you can see, it's the last one. We're not going to purl and then knit it, we're only going to purl it. And then you do whatever you want with your edge stitches. And there you have it. If you repeat those 4 rows, really keep an eye on, do you have yarn overs in the beginning of the row or do you not? And when you're at the back of the work, do you have to purl or knit in them, or only purl them when they're at the end? Keep those 2 factors in mind, because I find those are the most difficult part when I was knitting the swatch, because you otherwise can accidentally, you know, have too many stitches on the edges, and then it's just because I find lace is the most tedious thing to have to frog. So keep that in mind. I hope the tutorial was helpful. If you know what this is called, I would love to know, so comment down below. And if there are any other patterns or stitches that you like to see a tutorial about, you can also just comment down below. Other than that, like, comments, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.